In this video, I'm going to talk about the VAVA 2K Dual Dash Cam. The VAVA 2K Dual features both a 2K resolution frontward-facing camera and a 1080p rear-facing camera, so you can record what's out on the road and what's inside the cabin at the same time. Here's a quick example of the video quality of both the outward-facing video camera and the inward-facing video camera. Now, one of the things that I should point out is that the file that you get when you actually pull the video off of the memory card isn't broken up where the inside camera is listed in the upper right hand corner of the screen. This is just something I've done in the video editing program for you to see it. The way it actually breaks down is that these two files are two separate, fully resolute, different files. And this is an example of how the files will be displayed on your memory card after you put them into your computer to pull out a recording. Both the forward-facing and the rear-facing camera recordings are placed on the same memory card together, where an F at the end of the file name indicates that it's the frontward-facing camera's recording, and an R indicating that it's the rearward-facing camera's recording. This is an example of the frontward-facing camera's resolution. You have the option to include a date and timestamp at the bottom of the video, and you also have the option to include a miles per hour indicator based off of GPS at the bottom of the screen as well. Here's an example of the rearward facing camera full size, and it's no joke, you get good quality here. And if you need to, you can use the quality and zoom in if there's any details you wanted to take a look at. Maybe you got rear-ended and you wanted to get the license plate number, for example. You really can, with this quality, zoom in and see more details. The camera also has a built-in microphone to record the sounds going on as well. So if you have the microphone turned on, in addition to recording the video, it's also going to pick up any of the audio. So keep that in mind if you have the radio playing, or if you have a habit of singing with the radio, that could get picked up and recorded for any of your recordings as well. Here's an example of the recording quality when recording is done at night as well. We can see that in the frontward facing camera, we're picking up anything just as it appears. The lights are on the car and it's picking up everything. In the rearward facing camera, right now there's enough light from the parking lot to light up things and it doesn't need to use night vision. But as soon as we pull away from the light and things start to get dark, we can see that it snaps into night vision and we can see things even inside the dark. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the features on this that help it separate itself. So I haven't even started the car yet, but what it just did is it picked up that I opened the door and shut it and gave it a little bit of a bump. And that automatically turns on the dash cam. So this is going to be helpful if someone crashes into your car while it's parked. It can feel the vibration, turn itself on, and start recording for a few seconds. After it doesn't feel anything else, it shuts itself off. Now we have a little record, that, in this case, that someone opened the door and shut it, and it felt the vibration from that, and that's what caused that to turn on. The other feature that's kind of neat about this camera is it has a button that you can put on your keychain, or you could stick it onto your car. And what it does is if the camera is turned on already, I can hit the button over here, and you just heard it take a still photo. However, I don't really find this feature that valuable because the camera has to be on already for it to take a photo. And the way I have mine set up is that the camera is recording video as soon as it receives power and it turns itself on. So it's already recording video anyway. Now I could use maybe this like a gimmick, you know, I could go out and take a photo. Just hop out the car here. And then hopefully that captured something and I can pull it off. The other thing that I like about this that I haven't seen on my other dash cams is in the summer, things can get really hot. And if you've ever had a dash cam that's been in the heat for a long time, sometimes you notice it doesn't work as well. And that's because it's right inside the windshield, sun beating on it. One of the things that you can easily do is after it does shut off and you park your car and you're ready to get out, or if you're just worried about theft, you can just unplug this real easy, and it's magnetized, so you can just pop it down, put it out of the way.
And the last feature I want to talk about is pulling videos off of the device. And so you can use an app in your phone to just connect to it through Wi-Fi, and we can use the app to pull the videos off. Now normally you have to take the SD card out and go through it that way, but with the app we can go in and pull the information off through here. We can choose which videos we want to download right from here.
This will also allow you to watch your videos right away on your phone if you want to. But the reality is, if you have a large amount of files you want to transfer over and sift through, you probably still want to pop the SD card out and look at it on your computer, because it does take a long time for each video to transfer wirelessly from the device to your phone. When you purchase the VAVA 2K Dual Cam, it's going to come in a box that looks like this, and I'm going to quickly show you how it's packaged and how to set it up.
Okay, this is the 2K Dual Dash Cam from VAVA, and we're going to break this open and set it up. So we got the camera, then we have the button, the mount, the car adapter, and the cable. Then we have this information packet with all the instructions on setup. One interesting thing that I'm noticing is that the power cable here is the micro USB. It is not the standard cord that other GPS devices that I've owned have used. Okay, there is a app we're going to put on our phone and then plug in the device to charge the battery a little bit while I'm waiting for everything to happen. Oh, well, I do actually have a card I can use. I have a 64 gig micro SD that pops in the top. And now I can start with this device. Wow, wow, wow.
And then once you get to the setup Wi-Fi option within the app, that's about all that you can do for now. After that, we're going to have to take the device, set it up. Probably at this point you want to put it inside the car and finish the setup in there.
Okay, what I have here is the mount to an older dash cam that I have, and I also have the wires that will run through it. But as I pointed out, this is a different wire than the new one takes. So I'm going to have to pull this out, and I'm going to have to take this off. I'm not going to be able to reuse this. However, the kit, the camera came with this scraper tool, which I think, yep, it already is. It's working great to pull this off. Okay, now I can see about undoing this wire. Okay, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tape these together so that I can snake this through easier to get this where I want it to go through, to follow the same path all the way around the edge here into that hole, which leads underneath to where I have the power source. I'm just pulling out the old wire, and at some point you have the edge, and I've taped it to the new one. And this is where it's just barely going to fit inside here, but it should. There we go. Okay, okay. Okay, and now I have that attached over here, and I can pull it through. Now, if you didn't have an existing wire or anything, you could just drop the string through, or you could just try to plug the wire down through where you need it to go and feel around for it until you find it. But since I already have snaked a wire through before, I was just going to do this. Now I can undo this electrical tape. Now the kit came with an adapter piece that it's meant to plug into for the USB. It's actually a dual slot. I'll just plug that in. And then on Fords, the electric outlets always have power. So this means that I can plug this in now, and even though the engine's not on, the device is powered, and we can see it right here, the GPS turned on. They always have electricity, and that's not what I want for this car. I want it so as soon as I turn the car on, the power comes on. So what I've done earlier is I hit up, and you can see the red zip ties here. Behind these red zip ties is a special cigarette lighter that only turns on from the power. I have it hooked up to the same fuse that the radio is on. And on this year model, radio only turns on when you turn the power on, and it turns off as soon as you shut off the engine. So that's what's going to power on and off the dash cam. There you go. I don't know how well you can see that, but that is the handiwork that I've done. So I'm just going to keep that plugged in to the hidden cigarette lighter. And now I just need to organize these wires. Some length of this wire is going to be tucked away inside the behind the glove box. Some part of it's going to be tucked around the perimeter here. Now, as you are mounting this wire and you're hooking it up, included into the wire is this piece right here, and this is the GPS mount. So this is what the actual GPS picks off, almost like the antenna, for lack of the right word in my head, to pick up GPS. So we want this to be somewhere up so it can be visible to the satellites. So just keep that in mind as you're trying to determine how much wire you want exposed and how you want to tuck everything away. The other thing you're going to want to do is know approximately where you want the camera to be. For me, ideally the camera would be up here, but then you can't see the internal one. So I have to find a spot where this internal camera, the one pointing inwards, can be seen, yet also can see the road. So before I actually stick this on, I want to clean off that area. Okay, and I have some alcohol and peroxide here. Let's spray it here. Just really clean this surface off. Make sure there's no grimies on here so that it can really stick on there. So when you're ready to stick it on, peel off the sticky. Place it approximately where you want. There's a little switch to really get that suction on there. Okay, so now I have my mount in place. I have my wire snaked through. Here is a clip to my old GPS. I don't need that there anymore. I can take this off. Now I can start to figure out this. So I know this is going to have to plug into the top here. There's a little clip in for the wire built into the mount. And then I want it to go up like this. Now the package also came with its own package of little clip holders. So that's why I don't feel bad about removing the old one. Got a set of all new ones. Put that all the way up there. I won't try to put pressure on it yet. I'll give it some time to cure. And now I can start to snake this up through the top here. And now I can work on this guy. Okay, so I'm going to clean off this part of the windshield. That's where I'm going to put the GPS receiver. Now I can take my backing piece off of here and attach this right here and tuck this cord up and out of the way.
Now that we've got everything hooked up, it's just the process of hiding the wires behind the trim so everything looks nice.
So I already downloaded the app. Now I just want to set it up. Alright, connect dash cam. Set the Wi-Fi. Hold on, there should be a VAVA Wi-Fi. Ah, here it is. This is what we want to connect to. And the device comes with a temporary password. Okay, so I'm connected. No internet on this Wi-Fi. It's just a creative way to get information back and forth. Okay. So, I think I can go back. You can see me up on here. So anyway, guys, set it up. Just had to go back and hit the connect after I already connected. And now we have this option. Right here, I could take a snapshot or take a recording real quick based on my phone, which is pretty cool. It's got my GPS location. Okay. Alright, I think that we are ready to rock, and this is working. So I got a dash cam. I can update it from here, it looks like. Alright, let's update. Now, I think this is pretty cool. Instead of having to take your device indoors to update it, it looks like it's just doing it through the phone and connection. Or maybe the GPS is doing it. I'm not sure exactly how it's updating, but it's doing something. As it's doing that, camera is updating. Peel that off now. Alright, we are restarting. And there we go.
Overall, I think this is a great high-quality dash cam, perfect for someone that wants to record what's in front of them and what's in the car and through the rear view mirror all in one package. You can capture footage to help protect you in a dispute or anything else on the road, like this close call with a baby deer that I had.
The city of Los Angeles decided to eminent domain the whole joint. Building a reality. What do you think the city of Los Angeles or the Los Angeles Dodgers could do to pursue?
It's not the cheapest dash cam on the market, and maybe not even the best value, but it's an uncomplicated, complete device that will help you record all the things that you would want to.